Alright, hello, and welcome to Disco Elysium. Again. I'm gonna start a new game, because I can. Let's see, I can select my archetype. The Thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Sensitive. You're psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. Physical. Extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. And create my own. Let's see. Oh, I think it already knows what I want from the last time. Unless this was just random. I think I'll do 4 and 4. Maybe 4 and 3 and 3. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, we've got the skill tree here. Logic. Wield raw intellectual power. Deduce the world. Hello there, VO. How are you? Ah, yeah. I got to the end game of, well, the world tier 4 of Diablo, and that's pretty much just grinding nightmare dungeons all day. So there's not much point, it's just kind of boring. So I thought I would do a playthrough of this game again. I didn't finish my last one, because it didn't go very well. But here's a new one. If you've never seen, have you seen this game before? It's one of my favorites. Encyclopedia. Call upon all your knowledge. Produce fascinating trivia. Alrighty. Rhetoric. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Drama. Play the actor. Lie and detect lies. There we go. Conceptualization. Understand creativity. See art in the world. Visual calculus. Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physics work for the law. Suggestion. Charm men and women. Play the puppet master. Esprit de corps. Connect to Station 41. Understand cop culture. Authority. Intimidate the public. Assert yourself. Empathy. Understand others. Work your mirror neurons. Island Empire. Hunches and gut feelings. Dreams in waking life. Volition. Hold yourself together. Keep your morale up. Endurance. Take the blows. Don't let the world kill you. Pain threshold. Shrug off the pain. They'll have to hurt you more. Physical instrument. Flex powerful muscles. Enjoy healthy organs. Electrochemistry. Go to party planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Ah, welcome back. Have you seen this game? The Disco Elysium here. Shivers. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. Half-light. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Oh, well, you're in for a treat. It's basically just a book. I'm just gonna be reading the whole time. Composure. Straighten your back. Keep your poker face. Interfacing. Master machines. Pick locks and pockets. Sauve-faire. Sneak under their noses. Stun with immense panache. Reaction speed. The quickest to react. An untouchable man. Perception. See, hear, and smell everything. Let no detail go unnoticed. Hand-eye coordination. Ready? Aim, fire. Okay, well, I'll probably put some points into... Well, encyclopedia is always fun. Or logic. No, I'll just do encyclopedia. Oh, is it just gonna start? Okay, I gotta get ready. The Furies are at home in the mere. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. R.S. Thomas. Oh wait, did I might have messed up the settings. So let me see if the narrator is... No, okay, it's good. I want to narrate it myself. Ancient reptilian brain. There is nothing. Only warm, primordial blackness. Your conscience ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never ever. Never ever ever? Simply keep on non-existing. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. This is great. Give me some more. What was that about X something? Give me some more. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. I like it. How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion? Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. Allons-y. Let's go. I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light, and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Alright, nothing town to fuck Alborough. A return trip to the silence, please. Let's visit the ancient Zero Hole. Look, there's... I am tired of being this type of animal, and who gives a shit? Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over. Don't stop. Keep singing. Sing me the song of death. Wait, no. I need to belittle myself instead. The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music. Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Stop. I don't want to hear anything more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing. I know, this game is one big mood. The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. Help, someone. Cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth? A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound. A clarion call from hell. Encyclopedia. Oh, I forgot the voices switched. It went from ancient reptilian brain to the limbic system. I think that's the part of your brain that controls like emotion, I think. Encyclopedia. Somehow you know what it is. A Caprice Canema motor carriage. Open your eyes. If you don't know what this game is, you are an amnesiac. It's like a detective game, but it's just kind of an interactive book. You're a amnesiac detective. And we'll make a quick save there. The entirety of this game is basically determined by dice rolls and skill checks, which are also dice rolls. So, I'll probably be save scumming for certain things that will drastically alter the game that I want to do. Because even if you have a shit ton of points and your entire build is in something, you can still fail them very easily. In fact, this game is known for just failing skill checks all the time. A true paradise. Oh wait, how do I open the menu? Again, square. Oh, there it is. We got the disco-ass blazer. +1 to esprit de corps. Halogen watermarks. Looks like someone skinned this blazer off some long-extinct disco animal. It has an enigmatic white rectangle on the back and the right sleeve. Perception. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. Fish them out. Perception. Sight. It says whirling in rags on the aluminum keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. Flare-cut trousers, -1 savoir-faire. Tight around the thighs, +1 electrochemistry. Tight around the crotch. These golden brown trousers are flare-cut. Normal bell-bottom trousers would be boot-cut, but these are far from normal. They are someone's piss-soaked, cum-stained party pants. A magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. The reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Green shoe, left foot. This green crocodile leather shoe has a high heel and chrome embellishments. It fits your left foot perfectly. Now all that remains is to find the other shoe. Empty cassette tape. There used to be a tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the Engineers single. Smallest church in Sansonnet. Must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. Savoir-faire 2. I have a 42% chance. Ceiling fan. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Let's see. Skill check 10, grab the tie. Pull the fan. Pull on the light bulb. Leave. Pull on the fan. There. It increases our chance of getting this. Let's see. Success. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie. With 4 or 5 different patterns, the knot reminds you of a noose. Leave. Broken window. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Look out. Visual calculus, easy 9. Assess the damage. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy. but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. Assess the damage. Success. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. Did I break it with my own hands? Look at them. A fine webbing of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. What did this then? More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Wait, what am I doing? Assess the size of the impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe on you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. Maybe it wasn't me. I should go and get that shoe. I don't need it. I don't need anyone. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold. Horrific necktie, +1 to Island Empire. A vivid imagination. The necktie is adorned with a garish pattern. It's disturbingly vivid. Somehow, you feel as if it would be wrong to ever take it off. It's your friend now. You will betray it if you change it for some boring scarf. Yeah, this game it's something. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. A white satin shirt, +1 conceptualization. A real statement to wear, -1 suggestion. Unsavory odor. Stinky. This white satin shirt, it used to be fancy. It used to really catch the light. Now it smells like someone took a piss in the armpits. Oh. A mirror. A mirror hangs above the bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really? Nothing? Wipe the mirror. No way, I'm not doing this. Back off. Really? All recollection of the person you are, the person in your life, of the people in your life, and even the world you're in, has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no more. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. Wipe the mirror. As you slowly reach your hand toward the surface of the mirror. Island Empire. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you will see there, and you will never unbecome it. I don't care. Still wipe off the mirror. Maybe I should touch it first. Make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. Better not to know. Leave. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. What's wrong? How bad could it be? This game is just one oof. I love it. Where to even begin? There's the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. I'm sure everything is fine. Touch your nose. At least my tongue is okay. Touch your tongue. I'm scared. I want to stop doing this. Wipe the mirror now. I'm out of here. Touch your nose. It's not. Your nose feels like a balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. Doesn't appear to be a particularly small nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. I'm sure everything is fine. Oh, it's the same. Touch my tongue. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. Wipe the mirror. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Dear Lord, help me. What is this? Of course I do. It's, is it some kind of superstar? I think I'm a superstar. This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? I'm not making it. The face is making itself. I have no idea why it's there. It just is. Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Okay, try to stop. No, keep making the face. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Superstardom. God, I don't know. It's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off, too. In a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it. It's an expression of pain. There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverious spasm now. Encyclopedia Formidable 13. Dig deep in your mind to locate the source of the expression. Electrochemistry. Impossible. 18. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Let the mirror be for now. Let's see. Success. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species. Okay. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume Le Melon. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Oh, well, thanks. That's... Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open air, beauté de nuit. There's a lot of French in this. I will probably mess that up. Somewhere in Revachol West, Guillemon, a blonde mane appears on the screen. He sang some bullshit, then he made the expression. So, I adopted it. Why? I feel like I need to add a clicking sound when I make it. How long ago was the new? Anything else, like, who am I? Why did I drink myself into oblivion? I guess that's it then. Some 20-odd years ago. There's a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a difficult world now. The expression is a relic. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains. The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillemon Les Melons, a regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Anything else, like, who am I? Why did I drink myself into oblivion? You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness, aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside is a caprice canema. Conclude. Let's see. Thought gained. Guillaume Le Melon. Million. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillemon and his champagne cork smile. Whenever you want, maybe some of the stardust will return. And that's not gonna happen, but... You attempt to stop the expression. Let's see what happens. Failure. Okay. It's too late. Like an image on film, the expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it. Oh yeah, so there's the thought cabinet. You can put certain thoughts in here, and over time they will finish. Let's see. Lemillion. Temporary research bonus -1 logic. Head in the clouds. Research time 4 hours 30 minutes. That's in-game time. That's not actually 4 hours. That's just 4 hours in the game passes. Which is... Time is weird in this game. Time doesn't pass as you're just like walking through the world. It only passes as you are in conversations and reading, like interacting with stuff. Whatever happened to... I really need to learn how to pronounce this name. It keeps coming up a lot. Guil. I'm sure I was... Guillaume? It's pronounced Guillaume. Guillaume Lemillion. That's probably how you say it, I don't know. Who, with his amber mane and sparkling teeth, beguiled the tattered remains of the nation. While you suffered and suffered, did he dematerialize in a cloud of cocaine dust, or did he simply stand in the corner and melt into slendering new lines of some starlit boîte de nuit? 20 years ago, spare a thought for his great ass, too. Or wait, maybe he became a police officer in Revachol West. Think I have everything. Oh wait, isn't there a... Oh, there it is. Okay. The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. There's something on the table. Money. I can't interact with that. I can get my shoe. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. A gust of briny wind washes over you. Task complete. Find your other shoe. There they are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snake-like, reunited on your feet. Conceptualization, like 2 new baby crocodiles. How do they fit? Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. Yeah, this game is, it literally is just a book. Let's see. Green snakeskin shoes +1 composure. Awesome. Watchtower heals -1 sauveur. Heals ridiculously high. They may have lost some of their luster over the years, but these green crocodile leather shoes fit you perfectly.
Hello, officer.
Khalees. Miss Orion. Wait, how do you, I forget how you pronounce that. Oranese. Orion. Disco dancer. So this game has, like, fictional, like, races. And I think the Oranese are, like, white people. The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Perception. Sight. Her eyes are brown, and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. Officer? Am I military personnel? Oh, just white. And then you have, like, you'll come across it later. I forget how many there are. There's quite a lot, or even how do you pronounce them once you get to them. This game is very I don't know how to describe it. There's a lot of branching paths, and it's very a lot of world building. It's a fictional world entirely. Fictional country, fictional races, everything. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. Officer. By military personnel. Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking.
No.
No. She seems perplexed by your question. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Chief Executive Officer, right? Then why did you call me an officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
She pulls on her cigarette. Are you sure? You're shitting me. Goddamn right I'm a policeman, and don't you forget it.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
She takes another drag. All this time.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? Suggestion. 17%. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. I should get going now.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Why don't I remember
Could it
anything?
be because of the drinking?
She raises an eyebrow. The cigarette sizzles. Let's not make the face at her.
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Reaction speed. Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the word a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes. What if I don't want to ask questions? Before you go, I have some questions for you.
Yes?
What is it that you have against the police here? What exactly is here? Where am I? Tell me, is it 51 now? Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? Okay, you can go now.
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Loud. Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
She nods toward room number 3. Loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
She raises an eyebrow, waiting for you. Waiting for the name to connect with you. Oh, that. Yeah. Woo! The less said about oh, the better.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on all right. It just gets hard, doesn't it?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church in Sansonnet. What was I singing? I've heard enough.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else? I've heard enough.
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
It's alright. Here, let me adjust the sound a bit. Turn that down a bit. Here's the... Turn that up a bit. Oh, wait, that's saved, right? No, it didn't. There we go. I'm sorry. When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast? Then what happened? I've heard enough.
Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me.
Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? That's so me. What did I do? Oh, you're making this up. I would never behave like that.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else? Please tell me there wasn't anything else. It prides me to hear this. Tell me there was more. I've heard enough.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
What is it that they have against the police here?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
What exactly is here? Where
You're
am
in a
I?
hostel, sir.
No, where are we? Where in the world?
We are in Revachol.
Encyclopedia. Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time. Should that mean something to me? Revachol forever. What about you? Tell me something else instead.
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests that she's not from around here. She is from Orient. Oran? I don't know how you say that. Another part of the world. Tell me it's a 51.
51.
What century? Okay, tell me something else.
The current century?
And what's that? What number?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
How many centuries have there been then?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
What's so funny? Okay, tell me something else.
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
Her expression turned serious. Okay, you can go now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. So there's like random skill check kind of things that can pop up just from interacting with the world. Like depending on your like stats, they can just like randomly pop up. I think if I had electrochemistry, it would it like gives you an option to just take the cigarettes and stuff like that. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Summer door, closed for the winter. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. Deceives the world. Oh, okay. You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get, your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. My soul is immense. My soul is modest. It's normal-sized. My soul is puny. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. This goes well with a theory I'm developing that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person. What should I sing when it comes to it? You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found Thought it was obvious. Of course, they'll really get a gauge of my soul with that one. I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy, like from the ostentatious orchestrations folk. No, no. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. This goes well with a theory. Oh, it's the same. Yeah, the Island Empire is sort of like like your gut feeling kind of thing. It'll pop up a lot, probably. Sing karaoke. Need to find a sufficiently tragic tape. Then play it on a boombox to memorize the lyrics. Then ask the cafeteria manager to perform, preferably in the evening. More people at the bar then. Get hold of a sad song too. The menu has been wiped clean, only the word Monday is written on it. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts with a man's handwriting. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Gart, the cafeteria manager. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Empathy. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now, he's purposefully ignoring you. Something tells me you don't like me. Look at the stuffed seabird. Are you the bartender?
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
He says without looking up. Logic. Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this? So, not only am I a cop, but I'm also a hero. You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oh my god, I did all those things. I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things. I do not appreciate your tone. This is no way to talk to an officer.
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
What have I been doing then? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Something tells me. Okay. Look at the stuffed seabird. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Most likely on a wall. Encyclopedia. This is a great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. Island Empire. Something about it makes you feel bitter. What happened to the bird? Can I help you with that? That's the Great Skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors, where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy? I'm a cop, and I talk to whomever I please. He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject. What's the difference? You look like a bartender. Understood.
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
He shrugs. Drama. His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something. She just... what? Okay then.
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
A sign reads, Mess Hall, reserved for Union members. Doors open at 1600. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads, Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Pick up the pills. Physical instrument, 17%. Wake him up. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. I picked up there's 2 different healings. There's physical healing and then there's psychological healing. And if what do you call it? If your physical health goes down, you lose, you die. Exactly, yeah. The best kind of healing. Kim Kutsuragi. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. Esprit de corps. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But why? Hold on. Who is he to me? Shake his hand. Don't shake his hand. He is your half-brother,
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he is waiting for your name. Island Empire. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. I don't really know my name. Conceptualization. Invent a name for yourself. Success. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange. Like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with a stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go. It's not time yet. I don't really know my name. Say nothing.
Okay then.
He processes the information, then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Rhetoric. What he means is, he's been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied. You mean him, nod towards the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I just talked to him. No, I haven't. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. You're taking me for someone else.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware. I am a policeman. What interviews? I have, yes. I haven't.
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
Yes, the police. I'm aware. I'm a
Right.
policeman.
And the interviews?
No.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body? I don't like dead bodies. Look, man. You know. Yeah. No. Completely. Yeah. It would. Sometimes it's better to forget.
Mm-hmm. Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
No.
So the body is still in the tree.
Empathy. This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? How can you be so sure I'm from the police? But I can't remember anything. What were we supposed to do again?
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
He points to your
I
jacket.
suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Encyclopedia. Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the Rat Squad, and isn't supposed to suspect such things. Ah, yes, you mean the Rat Squad. You mean internal affairs.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job.
You said insignia. These white rectangles, you mean? Point to your sleeve. Okay then.
Yes,
But they're just white rectangles.
they're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It was not on me when I woke up. Pretend you found it. I have my badge. I'm a policeman. And I have my badge.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
What if I told you I'm not a police officer?
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to take it down. Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kutsaragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him. Alright, let's see. Report your badge missing. You need to report your missing badge to the 41st Precinct as soon as possible. The lieutenant said that you can use the radio in the motor car to call your station. Interview the cafeteria manager. The cafeteria manager of the Whirling in Rags might know something about the murder that happened in the yard. Ask him about it. Inspect the victim's body. Inspect the body hanging in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags. This is a preliminary inspection. You just need to suppress the urge to throw up and approach it. Yeah, this is kind of like a, I guess, dystopian kind of society. It's very, a lot of moving parts, a lot of politics and all kinds of stuff. It's very well made. I'll talk to you first.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife. The elderly woman turns to you with a smile. Wait, who's Sweetie? Who's Sweetie? Does that mean you like me?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no Sweetie, look at me. Maybe I am.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Dimple or not, I'm a bitter man. The years have taken their toll. That stupid dimple has only brought me suffering. I don't want to talk about the dimple anymore.
Take heart, officer. You're still a man in your prime. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained.
Very
I completely
self-conscious.
forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. Esprit de corps. This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. You seem to be in a chair. How do you like to roll with me? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything. I've got to go now.
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. You seem to be in a chair. Nothing. I was thinking of the lyrics to the song Wanna Roll With Me.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who'll need you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Kim, of course. I forgot I had you. I know, but there's also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural. You're probably right, Kim.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you
Oh,
anyway,
this game is
sweetie.
this game is gonna hurt your soul then. There's a lot of choices. I'll just put it that way. Why? 3 heads are better than 2. You're probably right.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
Encyclopedia. A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height or a grenade explosion. A grenade? Did you fight in a war? I'm sorry. It was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on. Oh, you're gonna... There's a lot of derogatory remarks you can make in this. If you want. There's a lot of, you'll see. There's a lot of political choices in this. In fact, you can choose to be all kinds of different things for your... It's very, player choice heavy. You can be like a, No, there's a lot of... You can be like you can be a communist, you can be a centrist, you can be like a liberal, or you can be like a fascist. And then there's a lot of player choice in this, but I'm sorry, that was rude of me to mention.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. I hope you're right. It's not too bad. Yeah, I'm blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Forget I said anything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria. It was on my keys. We're in Revachol. On Insolent. I don't really know. Some seedy hotel. A war zone. A war zone on the edge of the world. We're dead, haunting each other. We're ghosts.
That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise.
Okay. All I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s. Revachol is the disgraced capital of the world. Something like that. Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere.
Yes, we are.
What else do you know about our city of splendor?
We're in
Tattered as she
purgatory.
may be.
All I know is that Revachol used to be a really cool place in the 30s. I don't know diddly squat.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 51. Sure, the year is 973. All I know is that we're approaching the end times. It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Gained item, kind green ape pen. Composure. Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there. But now, she relaxes her
I
shoulders.
can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe. I'd like to think it's a dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Oh yeah, whenever these options come up, I like to read them in the Alex Jones voice. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. Cop. We are living under the cop regime. It's a dictatorship of the proletariat.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
Proletariat. But they still have cops. If there's no government, how come there are cops? I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Half-Light. She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged. So, How did I do? What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with there not being any cops? But I'm a cop. Whatever it was that stopped
Of
me.
course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
So how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
He looks away.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
I've got to get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. The kind green ape pen. A pen with a green ape's head on one end. The ape has closed its eyes, a kind expression adorning its face. It seems to be meditating. Getting a reality lowdown. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world you're in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated. Yeah, she is a nice character. We'll talk to her again later. 4A. There's a lot of random, seemingly random, random bullshit in the game. But it's kind of like everything is connected. In a weird way. In the end, it all comes together. The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr.
Everything.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You run this place.
It could be nothing, or it could be everything, you know? Let's see, the lieutenant glances into his little notebook.
Yes.
He responds, tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
The harbinger of ruin. What is gold and orange like a forest, but smells like liquor? I'm currently in between names. Say nothing.
Are you kidding me?
No, man, help me out. What is gold and orange and smells like liquor? Kim is about to say something. Let him.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
Do you have or not?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He finds a slip of paper and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
Yes? What? Who, me?
I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean, do I have questions? Ask them. No, I'm good. Pass on the questions.
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
The cafeteria manager is clearly agitated again. Drama. He thinks you're stupid, sire. Where exactly is the body? Who killed him? Why did Sylvie go away? You know, I actually can't think of a single thing.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him? I have other questions.
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Why did Sylvie go away?
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
No, before I asked you where, now I'm asking you why she left. You're right.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
Mystery solved? Didn't go well.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. I just went for it. You're right. I probably shouldn't have asked.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
That's all.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
What's real? Sauve fier. Slip away unnoticed. Fail. One moment, you're running like the wind. Then, you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why? The lady in the wheelchair is right behind me, isn't she? Why did I do this? Why did I have to use both my hands to flip him off? Why both? Fuck you, asshole.
Watch out!
Everything goes dark. Ancient reptilian brain. I had an accident. So worth it. This did not need to happen. I gave no such commands to my body. It's so worth it. Admit it. You just missed the quarter light, the darkness on the edge of town. I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love? I sure as hell haven't felt no love. It's okay. It's going fine. What do you mean?
That is too bad. We all need a little love. Are you okay?
Damaged health. No, you have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapeze muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move. No, are you okay? Ouch. I'm not very okay.
The chair took the brunt of it. Don't worry.
Are you sure, ma'am?
Yes. Check on him.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place.
The man seems shaken by the incident.
The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
So I've never taken that option before. Well, I failed it. Sometimes when you fail options, it gives you an entirely different ending or a conclusion. I've actually never done that before, just to see what would happen. Apparently you just fuck yourself up here. But it normally costs 125 real when you do that. I guess he feels bad for me, and he discounted me a little bit. He's shaken. A barter now, and he'll cave in? I won't pay for that window. Ouch. Grabs your side. Cool. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, fine. I'll take it off your bill. Sleep in a post-apocalyptic hellhole if you want to. Just know I won't give you another room.
Cool. Thank you for your cooperation.
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 60 real for 3 nights stay. If you don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
Encyclopedia. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank. And this place sure isn't it. I don't even have one. I have no idea. Discard thought. Very worth. Except he said he's not going to give me a room, but we'll see. He probably will. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. I don't know. Near? South, maybe? Far away? Up on Marvel Hill. Just trespass. You can actually be a hobo. And just, like, live on the streets if you want. There's actually, there's different types of cops you can be. I think that unlocks later. There's one, you can be a hobo cop. You don't really know, do you? I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless? I have only a vague blackened image. South, maybe, doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Could I trace my way back somehow? To the exact street, the exact number on the building? I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop. Oh, there it is. There's... Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop is an advantage. Who made the call reporting the crime? Someone reported the hanging to the RCM. Maybe if you find out who it was, it may shed new light on the events. You have an idea of where to start, but the caller could have been anyone. Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. Can't pay for damages. You need to pay for damages you've caused to the Whirling and Rags, or you won't have a place to stay tonight. Ask around for money, and be careful with your spending. If you're unsure how much you owe, ask Art. Let's see. Temporary research bonus -1. Ungainly and rambling. A cop and a hobo. A hobo cop. Upsides can be disheveled. Doesn't have to wash. Carries himself with lurched gusto. Hobo cop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again here. You're drunk. Why'd you even come here, Harry? Go home. You're embarrassing yourself. Downsides, are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. I've actually never done the hobo cop either, so I never read this. Apparently it actually, spoiler, it actually tells you your name here, where you have to discover it later, but apparently it just says Harry. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Barrow. Is it barrow or anyway? The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Pigs go home. The street's name is illegible.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
The gardener. You sound surprised. I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
We need directions. What is this fuck the police business? Who are you exactly?
Of course. Where to?
I'm looking for a dead body.
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
Empathy. She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally. Where am I?
What do you mean?
I'm a bit disoriented. This is Revachol, right? Just tell me where we are, okay?
We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think.
What's up north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
What's in the east?
The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
What is in the south?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
What's on the other side of the canal?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
What's in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Thanks, that's all for now.
No problem.
What's this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She doesn't understand. Empathy. She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. Never mind. Who are you?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Cool, and what are you doing here? Good to meet you. Just a gardener. Another question then. Hi, just a gardener, I'm Dad.
I am pleased to meet you too, officer.
Have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
Island imp. Oh yeah. She wipes her brow with a canary yellow glove. Island Empire. Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all. One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves? No, these gloves aren't really my style.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. Oh, there it is. Yellow gardening gloves, +1 interfacing. Bye-bye bugs. Thick latex gardening gloves in classic canary yellow. Maybe you should retire, take up gardening as a hobby. It's worth a thought. Oh yeah, I only have 1 health. I should probably... I think... Oh, let me see. I think this thing gives me health. Or is it morale? I'll see. If it's morale, I'll just reload. A mail collection box. This post-l'adventure. A mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. Good mail delivery box. At the box. Fuck you, mail delivery box. Kick it. Leave. The box seems happy. Perception. Eat shit, pig. Fuck by the con. That's a character we'll meet later. Named Kuno. The Saint G and the crown have been scribbled on it. Genie is a whore, and Basit mailbox also. I feel you, mail collection box. Been there. Post-l'adventure mail collection box. Been there. Mail collection box, you should man the fuck up. I feel you. Oh, it's morale, okay. I'll reload in case I need that later. Mail collection box. The box seems cathartic. Thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow. Good mail delivery box. You can... Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 8B. Yeah, sometimes you can interact with all kinds of objects. It's very odd, but electronic doorbell. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Main Hall, Building A. Andero Orlando, Hair SCA. Art Emetip, boxing for young athletes in gym. 24-hour window. Emma's Fashion Atelier. Fabron's Taxi. The rest has been burned off. Slipstream SCA. Fortress Accident SCA. Revachol Ice City. Main Hall Building B, Whirling in Rags. East Delta Pinball. Entrance from Building B. Empty card. Leave. Here's some foreshadowing for later. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes.
Kuno's got this.
Oh yeah, this is Kuno. A wonderful character. Yeah, it basically is. The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. Conceptualization. If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Hey kid, a word. Police business. A moment of your time, please. I'm not getting into this right now.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
Perception. The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes, and his jaw is twitching, as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. Hold on, what does that mean? Stop throwing rocks at a crime scene. Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it. The kid is obviously high. Stop getting high at my crime scene.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah, right in the mouthful.
Shits himself?
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kim, what should we do? Are you kids siblings? Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc. Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The body. What do you know about it? About the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard. I gotta ask, who's Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
So you refer to yourself in the third person. Kuno, is that some kind of gang name? Got it. I had another question.
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you.
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm. Oh, hello there, Faye. How are you? Yeah, this game is... it's something. It's,
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
The sound gets louder as a child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
I'm not doing anything, see? Just answer the question. I'm just gonna leave. Conclude the conversation. I know what happens and I only have 1 HP. I've actually never had 1 HP here, and I'll literally die if I continue.
Yeah?
So.
Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Bye!
There's a morale.
Get fucked by the Kuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come back.
Okay, do I have any healing? Let's see. Yeah, so if you you actually have the option to like punch them because they're like screaming at you. And if you mess up, you fall down and you take damage, and since I have 1 HP, I will literally die by falling down. And it's game over. Average Utah child, yeah. I don't think I have any healing. Do I? Oh, I do. Okay. Oh, there, I can continue then.
Fuck does Kuno care?
The body. What do you know about it?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
Kim, help me out here. What do we want to know? I don't have questions.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
Rhetoric. The usual being, have you seen anything out of the ordinary, or have you seen anything suspicious? Do you know who he was? Do you know how it got up there? Have you seen anyone suspicious around? More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Looks like you're a Bagari now. Whatever that means. The suspicious questions don't really work in antagonistic situations. Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
A drama. He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know. So, you don't know anything. I mean, who he was before he died.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone.
Do you know how he got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Oh, okay. Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking
He looks around trying to come up with something.
Mesco, or I don't know, some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
That's a cyberpunk reference. There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel. Okay, there it is. It's the encyclopedia saves me there. Yeah, exactly. Where is Night City? That's a fictional city name. A Night City doesn't exist. Okay, about the dead body.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head. You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to?
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
More on this later.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
I want to discuss the body with you again, Kuno. About the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something
Yeah,
else.
whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Empathy, figure out what's going on with this kid. Or okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
The The kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. Some money and magnesium. I think I can... There, I can heal my morale. The winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Kuno is getting chromed. Every time I read that, I have to read it in his voice. Perception. Sight. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What kind of boots? Visual calculus. Medium. Get an exact count. Damage. No. Okay. Who do you think you are? A superstar detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being. No. I want to know about the boots. No. No. Tell me about the boots, goddammit. There we go. It gets easier to get skill checks later. But you have to do like a little side quest. Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Go over them one by one. Not now. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 44. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 43. Standard work boot number 45 or 46. Wait, which is it? Count more. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes number 44. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot. But number 41. Oh, yeah. Male or female? Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is underdeveloped. I'm pretty good at this, ain't I? You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it. And the tracks back in the middle of it. In a strange, beautiful way. Count the rest. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. I don't know what that is in freedom units, but it's probably a lot. And yet another standard work boot number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. However, the right sole is smoother, more worn. 69 American pounds. Kuno thinks you're dumb for looking at the ground so much. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno's gonna stab you in the face and laugh about it. And yet another standard work boot number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. However, the right sole is smoother or warm.
How many?
The lieutenant has been tracking your eye movements. 8. 400 million. Say nothing.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth. Way off. Way. Say nothing.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Let's see. Point. Light step. Number 41 shoe. Point a heavy one. 200 kilogram imprint. An aberration. One sole is smoother than the other. How old do you think these tracks are?
A woman or a kid?
Could be a woman. Could be a kid. I don't think there's any way to be sure.
Understood. Anything else?
Point. Heavy one.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. Oh, visual calculus. He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. One of them was carrying him over. Maybe it was a giant. It could have been an extremely obese person. I don't know.
Possibly, yes.
An aberration. One sole is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
A drummer? That's stupid. So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Nod thoughtfully. I was actually thinking the exact same thing. Interesting, if only we had come up with that idea. I'd come up with it. He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south towards the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent. I'm not sure. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Mm-hmm.
The lieutenant writes the information down in his notebook, then reverts to the tracks in the mud. How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
Visual calculus. It is not impossible. How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago. What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
All right. We've been through all of it. The Hanged Man. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like, and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. Look down. Turn away, leave. A cargo belt twists around his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils. God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Endurance, legendary. Let go of your nose, without throwing up.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
Oh no, you can try. Let's see. That's a 3% chance. No. Endurance. Failure. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. More instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. Try to walk away. Too late. It's impossible to keep it in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid. God. I'm sorry. Fucking corpse.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
The lieutenant hands you a white handkerchief. Yeah, probably feels a little better. Thanks, wipe your mouth. I don't need your pity.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
You think ammonia will help? Okay, where do we get ammonia from? I don't need that shit.
If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
But not you.
I can't handle the headache.
Endurance, it's more like he can handle the smell, unlike you. Okay, where do we get ammonia from?
There is freight nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
He points to the greenhouse.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Where ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check modifiers. Let's see. Lieutenant's handkerchief. The handkerchief given to you by Lieutenant Kutsuragi. One corner is adorned with lace and tiny embroidered portiere. Inspect the victim's body. Get ammonia from the gardener or the Fritz store. It'll make it easier. The letter R wears a crown on the ribbon below, a light above descending. No, I don't think that works. I need to get the ammonia. Sometimes, if an item is usable, it's in the clothing section. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says Whirling in Rags. Island Empire. There's something in there. Not necessarily connected to the case, but still. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. Leave. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there? Keep the hunch to yourself.
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence, too.
Yes, I feel like there's something in there. Seems like a reasonable assumption. Then we should open it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage,
Or, Lieutenant? No. Oh, no or. Pry bar.
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Okay, I need to talk to the... Oh yeah, I think there's... Is there any other items here? I think there's some money over here. Oh yeah, that's a... I can try it. I doubt I have the, I think it's interfacing or perception or something you need for this. 42%. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite. What's this? It's nothing. Someone left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material? Let's see. I'll see if I can get in there. No. Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid palette. Easy on the eyes. Conceptualization. Rhythmic patterns calm your mind. Mammals like this stuff. Island Empire, no. There's more to this. You get this strange feeling. What feeling? Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass. You see, especially the small ones. And then it's locked, and I'll have to come back later. Actually, oh wait, was it? Okay, there it is. In case I need this later. Wait, can I get in here? Do I have to go around? I think I have to go around, yeah. Let's see. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Why am I looking at this? What kind of vehicle drove through here? Visual calculus. Medium. Reconstruct the movement. Not now. Cop habit. You look at everything. Logic. This isn't case-related, you think. What kind of vehicle drove through here? Perception. Sight. Hard to say. Your vision is blurred, and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover. Not now, leave. Let's see. Let's see if I can get the ammonia.
It's raining again.
The young woman looks up at the overladen skies.
It was clear just an hour ago.
My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure.
Oh.
I'm done with it.
She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
ampule of ammonia, a thin glass tube wrapped in cotton netting, used to treat fainting spells, produced by Saint Bastique Pharmaceuticals. I think I have to, let's see, open the, oh yeah, the trash container as well. Actually, I need to get that. I need to get the trash container first. Oh yes, the silverware Diablo. Yeah, I'm gonna call that build
I
just
help
the the silverware build. He arches his eyebrow. Is that trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
Rhetoric. It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. I wonder what this feeling is. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me. And it isn't callous. It's common sense. Prod at him and find out. What if I told you I am a hobo? Or soon to be one, rummaging through that trash? Will you keep me out too? Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor? We need those keys.
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov is like the Karl Marx of this universe. Oh, okay, it's the encyclopedia. It's gonna tell me. The encyclopedia, Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure in the grand side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 11-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism. Yum yum, tell me more. Maybe I am Krasmazov. I am no Krasmazov. He killed himself. Maybe I
What are
am
we talking about?
Krasmazov.
Was this not about the trash container?
No, wait. Whisper. And point to the back of your head. What if I am Krasmazov? Yes, let's return to that.
We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
What if I told you I am a hobo? Or as soon as... Okay, that. We need the key.
What for, Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
This is the logo of the municipality of Revachol. Trash container. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says Whirling in Rags. Open the padlock with the key. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. maybe you shouldn't. Interfacing. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into the dumpster for extra content. Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there? Open the lid. Another time. There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. Open the lid. Yes. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
The lieutenant peers in. Look under the boxes of carton. You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. Interfacing. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. Used to what? Dumpster diving? Dive further. No, searching for evidence in the trash. Good practice for dumpster diving. Trash container. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soliel cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Pick at the rags. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. Grab them. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket.
Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks at the container.
the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. Reach for it. Nope. A drab long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus. Bag the shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
Perception sight. The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste, just garbage. That's all, I think.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
He nods toward the red-haired boy behind him. Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them there. You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe? Okay.
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay. Search the food waste. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy in your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone, thrown in for good measure. But hey. Island Empire. Nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? Oh, whoa, what's this? What? Elbows out. There's nothing more here. A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Pick it out. Item gained. Damaged ledger. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be. I don't know what this is.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it, for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I don't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know. I'm boring. I'd rather not talk about it right now.
Well,
He doesn't know what to say.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay, I'll do that. Say nothing. I don't know, man. Sounds like an order. I don't take those.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items such as the ledger you have found are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the interact tab. Read your paperwork. Dig in Hobo Cop style for extra content. Wow. An Armastance caliber 50 knock cannon, half wrapped in paper tissue, so shiny. What's a knock cannon? Where? I can't see it. It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat stirring of pearls snaking among the rotten banana peels, however. And is that a Cordon Electronics preamp with Electrica F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. You're talking 12,000 easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself. I am into hi-fi. I'll sell it. Sir, this is an Arby's. No, you won't, because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings. A cruel jest. There must be something. I knew it. Withdraw from the dumpster's cavernous depths. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. An antique. Take the mug. Only in its social sensibility. Take the mug. The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. You've acquired an interactive light. Okay. Close the lid. The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
The lieutenant sounds relieved. Who put the clothes in the trash? Ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes in the trash. Ask guard if he knows. And read your ledger. Oh, yeah. Okay. Damaged ledger. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow pages hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Anything else? I think I got it. Put the ledger away. There's a piece of toilet paper. Or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper. Desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Island Empire. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into this blue heart. Inspect the toilet paper. Inspect the clip. Browse the white papers. Browse the yellow papers. Look at the clipboard. Smell the ledger. Put the ledger away. Smell the ledger. The acidic stench of rotten food has rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience, this base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself. The stuff, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. It smells like a KFC. It smells like Arby's. Inspect the toilet paper. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Take it off, leave it there, it's cool. Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly the same. Let's not keep that on there. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better. Inspect the clip. An aluminum block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A rectangular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. Run your finger across the aluminum. Enough of the clip. Oh, yeah, not a fan of Arby's here, but I've had it before, but I'd rather eat something else, although their curly fries are good. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Oh. Yeah, I have family like that. They make me hate certain places because of being with the slap harder than Kuno. Yeah. Yeah, I do like their fries. I get them like the frozen ones, the curly fries. They're pretty good. My favorite though is the Checkers Rallies fries. Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned? Pointed the sticker.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Yeah, we used to have checkers. I think we used to have checkers around here, but they all got replaced with like a Quaker steak and lube, because they're pretty much the same thing. It's interesting. What kind of information? How can I read it? That's all.
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number.
Yeah,
and
it's
address.
yes, it's called Quaker steak and
Information varies
lube.
by date of issue.
I know it's sounds pretty sus, but that's what it's called. Esprit de corps. How many years have you been on the force? He's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Interfacing. This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on. Interesting.
Okay.
Browse the white papers. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files." Commit to paper. The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. What's in there? What are they about? Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51 this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. Logic. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant? There was a mention of naming convention here. Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure. I completed them, though. Nod and return to the case notes.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes. I burned out all night. A nice brisk pace, the way I like it.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. There are mentions of a naming convention. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins, yet still, more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Conceptualization. A title, one might even say. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too. I don't wanna. Back to the cake. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. More. Others appear more light-hearted. The Guys on a Couch in an Unexpected Location. And The Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Even the rare article-free Collapsing Tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. Okay, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming
You
convention.
mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
That's the one. Lie. No, I mean a non-numeric one with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Don't mention it.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one The Man with the Hole in His Head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
I have to open an official case. Is there room? There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Commit to paper, using the pen Lena gave you. The task you've completed flow out of your kind green ape pen. In a brash, free hand similar to the rest of the letters. Alright there, Vio. Have a good night. Yeah, it's almost 3. I'm about to clock out as well. Here pretty soon. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. Cross out the ones you've already finished. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done. It seems to say, and you, and you. Things to be done, and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now, all that remains is to name the case. Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man. The Furies at home in the mirror. That's a reference to the poem at the very beginning of the game by R.S. Thomas. The Setting Sun. Shit on a stick. Actually, I don't have one.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also,
He frows his brow.
could you make it less poetic
Gross.
somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Yes, conceptualization. Yes, you know what that normal name is. But it's so plain. Anything else, please. The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I'm done inspecting these. Browse the case files again, Logic Medium. Can I read the case files now? I won't do that now because the way that this game works, the time as you interact with stuff, it speeds up time. So when you like interact and read these, like hours pass in the game. So, and I don't want that. For now, anyway. Browse the yellow papers. Look at the clipboard. In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Logic, then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. What types of forms are there? 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. Conceptualization. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. Misconduct fine, station call, field autopsy. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. Rhetoric, but they appear pleasantly vague. Station call. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specific precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. Field autopsy. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Enough of these. Yes, all that remains now is to fill these forms and hand them in to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. Look at the clipboard. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone into submission with. The edges are rounded, however the U4-sized board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters RCM. What did you say the color was? Shake the ledger. Back to the rest of the thing. Blue. Island Empire. The Blue Heart. Don't look into it. Shake the ledger. Something rattles inside ever so slightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Peek inside. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. How would I open it? With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. Interfacing. Open the hidden compartment in the clipboard. I know what happens if I do that, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, I got a level. Here, I'll put it into... Rhetoric? Sure. How do I select it? Do I just... Oh, there, okay. Read the watermarks. Get in front of the Kanima's headlights to read the halogen watermarks in your ledger. This may yield some information about who you are. First, go to the Kanima and turn on the lights. Okay, well, it's been over 3 hours now. Usually that's as long as I'll go for these kinds of reading games so I don't wear out my voice. So I'll be on again, probably tomorrow, with some more of this. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.